Good morning and good afternoon to some, our friends and family. The idea is to educate you, to go over a few different things, and really just to kind of elevate um, what we're doing. Okay? So now that we have everybody here, this is part two of the marketing segment that actually Chuck had done last month. And really, this is the Did You Know? Right? So I'm going to go over a few things. The Did You Know? Did you know about certain aspects of the program that comes with certifications? Um, our process management system is used by thousands of shops every day, and again, it is used to move the certifications along. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Did you know? Did you know the human head weighs 18 pounds? That's what they say. That was in a movie. Yeah, but no, getting on a more serious point. You have, if you just log into your ShopOps account, you have a couple things. The first thing is, like I had said in a prior Facebook Live, I would get in the habit of turning it on every day. Turn us on, boot us up every day. There's always something to see. And I'll give you an example. I was actually having a webinar earlier this morning, and I had logged in prior, and we have a news feed, which is giving you all the latest industry news. And I was reading about an infrastructure, what's in the infrastructure package having to do with our industry, and then about half an hour later, I'm doing a webinar, and there's another news article just popped up. So it's really neat to go in there and just to keep up, because I used to have to go to my email to see what came in or not, to see what was kind of going on in the industry. You don't have to do that. Right here in ShopOps, you can see the news feeds that are live, and then right next to that, the same tab is your business profile. Now, a lot of folks I find, I talk to shops all day long, and what I'm finding is that they fill out the profile when they first join a short performance, and then they forget about it. Well, let me tell you how you can make that work for you. You can anytime you are filling out an application for a DRP or for a fleet account or for a GSA, state work, whatever it may be, all those applications are relatively the same. They're going to ask you what paint system you use, how many square feet your shop is, how many estimators do you have, things like that. And, depending upon if you're an MSO or a single shop operator, you might need to go to a few different places, binders or whatever, to find that information. Well, all you need to do is log into your dashboard. If you log into your dashboard, everything is right here. And it's funny because I'm actually in one right now, and I'm just looking at what this shop is doing, and I can see everything about the shop. And that's very helpful. Again, a lot of times people will say, well, I just don't have time. I don't have time. We're so busy. We can't find people. We have, all this work and we can't find people, so we don't have time. Well, this is a time saver in my opinion, right? So if I'm doing an application or something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna fill it out. And not to mention the fact that if you're talking to somebody on the phone, an insurer, and he's talking about, claim, or she's talking about claims that are, there's more claims in a certain area right now, so they're thinking about turning on a shop. Well, it's a good thing to get that application to them sooner than later, right? You don't want to send an application 3 or 4 days later because you got so busy in between, and you had to pull the information from here or there. Right? So if it's all in here, you could have that application done in half an hour, sent over to that person where it's still hot on the mind, and then you're all good. Things like buying opportunities. A lot of times shops, when they go in here, they never even look at buying opportunities. And what they are, especially for some of the smaller shops, the independent shops, the single point ones, you have access to some of the major players or bigger companies in the industry that you might not have before at discounted rates, right? And so that's a major benefit that you could use, that you can look every day. You can go in here and you can see exactly what's going on every day. A data manager. This tab is at a click of a mouse. At a click of a mouse, you can actually see your length of rental, your parts utilization, your sales by insurance company. You can also see what percentage of vehicles you're fixing. So, I think it's important, right, to especially if you're going to gauge an ROI on what you're doing or what you're spending. But if you are, if it's something to do with, how many cars you fixed, or, you're going to do a particular marketing plan, and how am I going to get my ROI out of it, then you can see that. I fixed 20% Nissans, or I fixed 38% FCA, or 16% Toyota, or whatever it may be. You can gauge that. And if you do a campaign, you can follow up with that to see if you've got more of a percentage of that particular manufacturer that you're fixing. So these are all things that lend themselves to help you every day in our ShopOps program. Another thing is our marketing tab. And again, this is something that as a regional director or account manager, we'll go over with our clients, and we'll talk about how this can help you. And, many times when I log in, I'll see that there's, for example, you have the ability to put 8 pictures in your logo, and there'll be a couple pictures missing. And I think that we'd all have to agree that if someone is going to take the time to find you online, then it's really important that you have your best foot forward. That's right. So that being said, you want to have all pictures in there. Okay? Just get some really high quality pictures of your shop. And I always tell folks, don't worry about focusing in on a machine, because customers don't necessarily know what a frame machine is, or a welder is, that type of thing. It's really not their business to understand that. But maybe something as simple as a smiling face handing keys to a customer, or your delivery line with a couple clean cars ready to be picked up. These are pictures that, a nice picture of the outside of the building, the inside of the building, maybe some of the amenities inside if you're offering, beverages or coffee, that kind of stuff, or whatever. But those are the kind of pictures that you want to put in there. And did you know that you can do one press release a year on every renewal? You can do a press release. Now, when you do a press release, what you're doing is you are taking your certifications to the market, as opposed to people coming into your shop because you're certified. You are taking it to them, which is really, really important. So that press release that you do, all you're doing is you're making a couple clicks with your mouse. We have it all prepared for you. And then once you click approve and save, it goes to our marketing team. And then our marketing team sends it out to up to 25 or more press outlets around your shop. Now, why is that important? It's important because that information is going to those press outlets. And then what we do is we send you a copy of what we sent. Not only that, but we also send you that file of press. So now you have all those contacts in that file. You have the emails and the phone number. So you can follow up on that press release. Hey, daily local paper, you see the press release that was sent out to you guys. I'd love to have somebody, an editor, stop by our shop, and explain to them, why it's so important, the commitment that you put forth. And not only that, but anything you do in the future in terms of community involvement, right? Do you do car seat checks or anything like that? You can send to those press outlets. Right? It's a resource that we're giving you. The marketing portion, once it is set up and you have it filled out, it runs in the background for you. And that's why we really press it. That's why we actually make it a point of contacting every shop and making you aware, hey, let's get this marketing tab set up, and whether it's your something as simple as your hours and your address, things like that, because it all lends itself to SEO, which is search engine optimization. And anytime you can type in there, whether it's your summary of your shop or some of your services included, you just type in some words in there. Some phrases or power words that somebody might type when they go into Google or Bing or a search engine. And that's what you want. You want to be found. Again, I can't stress enough that when customers come to your door, they have no idea what you've committed, how much commitment you've given to fix their vehicle the right way. They have no idea what the equipment you have in your shop costs. They have no idea the dollar amount that you put on training to make sure your people are properly educated, right? And ongoing continuing education. They have no idea. Or, for that matter, how much the certifications are. So I think it's really important to talking about marketing. How do you take things to market? Take it to the customer. Press release is one of them. Another idea is to put a banner outside. You can do that as well. There's no limitations. It's really what you want to make of it. Inside your marketing tab, you have access to all of the actual certification logos. So what can you do with the logos? Well, what I would do is I'd put them on my website, right? Anywhere you're out there on the web, I would put those logos. Whether it's your social media site, right? Whether you have Facebook, Instagram, whatever you have, whatever you're utilizing. But I would do that. I would put them on there and let people know as much as I could. Hey, Facebook friends and family, just as a reminder for all of our Nissan folks out there, we are certified your vehicle's manufacturers. Please stop in, whatever. I mean, it's a large commitment, and I think that it's our job to make customers aware of it. Customers come in and they see the plaques, and that's excellent. But, have a word tracks ready. Explain it to the customers. Make them understand. We're all the same as people. We go shopping someplace, or we always want to talk to the professional, right? You ever see that or feel that? When you go someplace, your experiences are different based upon who you're talking to. You can go to a furniture store and talk to somebody who actually knows the build of the furniture, that particular leather sofa. And he can tell you everything about that sofa, and he is the consummate professional. And then you can go to another one, and he's just kind of a salesperson. Yeah, I have all these different sofas over here, that type of thing. But what's going to give you that warm and fuzzy? What's going to push it? And it's to come on in and look at the certifications and understand what they're about and educate your customer. It's extremely important. And then that's when you'll truly see the ROI out of this whole program. And I'll tell you, as I'm looking at it right now, we have things that you probably know of, but we have best-in-class job descriptions. And what that is, these are pre-completed job descriptions. And with those, you can download them, and then you can edit them and make them your own, which means that you can brand them and create an SOP. So now, somebody comes in, it's not just a verbal interview. It's actually a presentation. It's actually a folder. You have these particular job descriptions in the folder, and then here you go. And then you can save a file as well. And so job descriptions. We also have education, where you can download our different presentations from some of the top minds in the industry. We have delivering exceptional customer service from Mike Anderson. That's just one of them. That is something that you can share with all your customer-facing teammates or employees. That's really important because everyone's got holes in the game. No one's perfect, and if somebody needs some help in an area, that's one area that you can do it. So, just some ideas. Did you know that you can turn ShopOps on every day and read the news and check your business profile and look at buying opportunities? Did you know we have job descriptions? Did you know you could look at educational presentations? Did you know about our data manager? All these different things. And then we have our certified repair. And that's another option, certified repair option, where you can actually document your repair, and that mitigates liability. There's a lot of value behind that, and a lot of shops are taking full advantage of it. So, again, I don't want to go on too long. I do want to thank everybody for their time today. I know everyone's time is busy, and again, it seems like the theme lately, and it's I guess being busy is not a bad problem to have. But when you're down a folks or a person or two, it can really thin out some people, and more people wear more hats, and so I respect your time. I appreciate it. Any questions that you might have, I absolutely I invite you to reach out under the contact tab in ShopOps. You can reach out to your account manager. you can reach out to your regional director, and we are here to answer questions for you. We are always here. We are a resource for you. If you win, we win. If you fail, we fail. It's a reflection on us. We want to make sure that you know how the program works and that you utilize it to the full benefit that it's there for you. So at that, I'm going to end my presentation. Until next time, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and everyone have a great day. And it's the 1st of September, so let's go September.